From the campus of Pickerington Central High School, it is OHS BVA Division I quarterfinal matchup here in the state tournament. The matchup on the docket today, the Hudson Explorers, champions of the North region, to take on the Beavercreek Beavers, who come out of the West. Alongside Greg Waddell, I'm Jason Griefer. Great to have you here with us. Records don't always tell the story with teams here at the state tournament. We've got a perfect example of that here today as Beavercreek comes in as the 2 seed out of the West region. They swept Northmont to win the West region, 18-8 on the season. Greg's going to talk about it here in a moment. They played a very, very difficult schedule to get to this point. On the other side, Hudson, very strong outing themselves all year long. They're 23-3, but not a lot of individual honorees for Hudson as far as state awards go. Elijah Bay, the only young man to receive an honor. He was named honorable mention All-State. So both teams get it done in different ways here, Greg. But first, let's talk about Beavercreek. Again, 8 losses on the year, but Carol Bisek loaded up this schedule to make sure her team was ready for this tournament.
Yeah, they're out of the Dayton area, and they're kind of the northeast Dayton area, but they play a team, a lot of the teams out of the Cincinnati area, not to mention the tough Dayton region as well. So when you look at those 8 losses, their first loss of the year was against Centerville, who is also another one of the quarterfinalists up here, one of the Elite 8.
They're here.
You lost to Elder, not once, but just once during the course of the season. Actually, no, twice. They've lost twice to Elder. They lost again to Centerville. They lost to Moeller, beat Moeller, and then also another loss came against St. Xavier, who was in the regional finals last week and needed 5 sets before they bowed out. So of those 8 losses, you got quite a few of those that are up here representing this weekend.
And on the other side for Hudson, as I mentioned, 23-3 on the season, champions of the North region. They had to go the distance to beat St. Ed's in the North Regional Final, winning 15-8 in the 5th. And as I said, not really much in the way of individual accolades. They just play really, really solid, fundamental volleyball, and it's carried them all the way here. Larry Meehan's done a great job as head coach.
And all the years I've been coming up here to Columbus to the championship weekend for the OHS BVA, Hudson is the first time that I've seen them up here. So they're kind of one of those teams similar to the match that you just called, you and Richard Skinner just called in the Dublin-Jerome Celtics. The fact that Hudson is here, although they played well all season long, and they weren't a 6 seed like Jerome was. Hudson played outstanding all season long. They split their first 2 matches and then went on a nice little streak and then had just 1 loss here, 1 loss there, but as you said, needed 5 sets last week against St. Edwards, who is one of the perennials that are up in Columbus more times than not. So Hudson had to fight and earn their way up here, so it'll be very interesting to see what they could do against a team like Beavercreek, who has been here so many times. In fact, when you date back outside of pandemic 2020 COVID year, they've been here every year since 2015.
9 appearances overall. Beavercreek has not won a state title. They reached the final in 2015. But could not pull it out there. So should be a good one here in this one. The winner advances to Sunday's semifinal to take on the Boulder Crusaders. But right now in this quarterfinal, it's Hudson and Beavercreek coming up in just a moment here on OHSBVABroadcast.com.
Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon to Pickerington Central High School. The Executive Director and Board of Directors extend to each of you a cordial welcome to this Division I quarterfinal tournament game between Beavercreek High School and Hudson High School. Boys Volleyball Association and have been selected for their important role through a system approved by the board of directors, includes the involvement of coaches, athletic administrators, and participating schools. The officials for this match, your first referee, Mike Burns. Your second referee, David Barner. Line judge, Jeff Klein. And line judge, Jeff Klein. Athletes, coaches, and officials are guests of Beavercreek Central High School. All fans are asked to respect the of each of them has put forth preparing for today's contest. We ask all attending to show courtesy and respect for fellow fans, officials, coaches, those administrating the contest, and of course your team and your opponent. And as important today as ever, please remember to respect the game. And now, your visitors on the scoreboard, Beavercreek High School. Number 0, Xavier Rich. Number 2, Wyatt Jones. Number 3, Jay Quintero. Number 4, Tim Parsons. Number 5, Parker Hansen. Number 6, Eric Erickson. Number 7, Nick Stray. Number 8, Howard. Number 9, Craig Houston. Number 10, Shreyas Seagala. Number 11, Austin Polchkowski. Number 12, Luke Buell. Number 13, Colin Brown. Number 14, Josh Culpepper. Number 15, Hayden Larson. Number 19, Akula Patel. Your assistant coaches, Herman Quintero, Noel Beal, Cece Camone, Chase Baxter, and your head coach, Carol Bison. And now, Hudson High School. Your players, number 1, Rice Walker. Number 4, Noah Simone. Number 5, Jake Brown. Number 7, Joaquin Andre. Number 8, Jacob Gironi. Number 11, Ben Madar. Number 16, Tyler Rookie. Number 20, Aiden Venti. Number 21, Davey Delambo. Number 22, Christian Tong. Number 25, Luca Carvalho. Number 29, Dylan Fritz. Number 33, Elijah Bay. Number 44, Spencer Yerke. Assistant coaches, Jamie Price, Bob Kennedy, Rachel Rickey, and head coach Larry Mead.
Sprint to the net from the Beavercreek side anyway. Hudson says, man, we won't have to worry about that. For these teams get ready here. North Region champion Hudson Explorers taking on the West champion Beavercreek Beavers. And before we get going here, Greg has our officiating lineup.
Yeah, first ref in the chair up on the stand today will be Mike Burrs for this third quarterfinal match. David Barnes will be the down ref. Jeff Klein and Jim Malott will be your linesmen for match number 3. We're halfway through the Elite 8, so 2 teams into the Final 4. That would be Moeller and Elder. Well, Beavercreek and Hudson trying to punch their way through.
No surprise to see Elder do what they did. They took care of business against Dublin Jerome in straight sets. Moeller nearly blew a 2-0 lead against Olentangy Liberty. The Crusaders of Moeller won the 5th set over Liberty, 19-17. So Moeller and Elder ranked number 1 and number 2 in the state. They're into the semifinals. The winner of our matchup right here will take on Moeller on Sunday morning at approximately 10 a.m. the opening serve here. And Beavercreek will be on the right side of the court wearing black with orange numbers. A save for the libero, Aquila Patel, who will start on the sideline, at least momentarily anyway. Hudson will be in the left side of the court in the navy jerseys with white numbers, save for Tyler Rookie, the libero, who will be wearing white and wearing 16 for the Explorers. Hudson coached by Larry Meehan and Beavercreek led by Carol Bisek. These two teams did not meet in the regular season. Hudson really did not venture much out of the Northeast Ohio region during the season. And so some extra travel for them, but they are fired up and ready to go. It is their first appearance here at the state tournament. And Tyler Rookie for the Explorers about to get this matchup underway. Left side into the back line as Austin Koliskowski couldn't get it done. Bay from the back, not there. Colin Brown, the setter, that's punched to the back, kept alive. Quick set to the middle, still kept alive. Good scrambling here on the opening point. Jake Brown sets it up, and it's put away on the far side by Noah Zappone.
Well, when you look at that, Zappone, second team All-Ohio. He was first team North Region. These guys have never been here, so they don't know what, but how about that rally to start the match? Both teams coming out ready to play.
You don't know what you don't know, but Zappone got that one to start things off, and Rookie will serve with Hudson in the lead. This is Brown in the middle. Near side, easy play for there, and Zappone, that hit the antenna. And so we'll get our first look on the Beavercreek offensive side. Colin Brown to serve it. The junior setter was an honorable mention All-State honoree. And Craig Skousen will come in on the rotation, replacing Tim Parson on the front line.
Josh Culpepper will be the man Beavercreek looks to run most of their offense through. He wears number 14.
That ball dug out from the back by Culpepper. Koliskowski, it was deflected, and Rookie couldn't get to it.
Koliskowski is one of those players where height-wise he isn't out there towering high above, but he plays a lot bigger than his 5'11" frame dictates. Very, very smart player.
Brown with the serve. Beavercreek leading 2-1. From the back, Elijah Bay gets the job done. All-State honoree for Bay.
We talked about Noah Zappone earlier, but Elijah Bay, he'll also be a player that sees quite a bit of action and will get a lot of opportunities to try and kill things off. As you mentioned, first team All-North Region and honorable mention in the state.
Spencer Yerke, the sophomore defensive specialist, with the play here, 2-2. A little bit of a scramble job for Skousen to the back line, playable for the Explorers. Quickly in the middle, and what a burial there by Kellen Gromosiak.
Gromosiak listed at 6'4", but he is thick up there as well, so you know he's going to have a little bit behind that when he gets a good full swing. That he did, and found the opening there to kill that one home.
Yerke with the serve. Cross court, took a little off that time. And the Explorers set up this play going over, trying to be put away, but the Explorers doing a good job scrambling in the early going. Elijah Bay from the back. Culpepper keeps it up to Brown. And now near side, Koliskowski perfectly placed in the back corner.
Koliskowski, and I had a chance to watch them last week in their 3-0 win over Northmont. But again, Koliskowski, the guy we were just talking about moments ago for Beavercreek, plays so much bigger than his 5'11" frame, as you saw right there on the outside with the kill.
Koliskowski now on serve. Bay had to go down to the floor to get it. Now Zappone to the back. Koliskowski at least makes it playable. And indecisiveness up front as Culpepper and Buell could not get on the same page.
So trading back and forth here in the early going. We'll see Noah Zappone back now to serve for the Explorers.
4-3 Hudson with the lead. Brown with the back set this time, not the best, and Skousen able to get it over. Here is Elijah Bay, cutting the angle, playable. Culpepper gets it back and delivers with a hammer. First team All-State honoree, Josh Culpepper.
He had 285 kills during the regular season, and he has been a mainstay for Beavercreek for his entire 4-year career. It should be 4-4, I think, is the score. The scoreboard here has got it wrong.
Scoreboard showing here.
Yeah, down there on the floor they got 4-4 as well.
So yeah, 4-4 it is our score. Our scoreboard's up to our left and right are showing 5-3 advantage Beavercreek. We've got it right up here on our scoreboard though, 4-4. Culpepper, Yerke couldn't get it there. Tough angle, somehow got over by Bay. From the back, and
there's a whistle somewhere.
Violation to be called against Beavercreek.
Someone went over the net. Broke through that top of that plane, so
5-4 in favor of Hudson.
It'll be Kellen Gromosiak back serving now for the Explorers. Oh, look at that.
Beautiful placement in the back.
Such a smart player. I mean, that was just, and again, he's only 5'11", but the fact that he had such court awareness there to find that opening in the back took care of business.
And Carol Bizek, just a simple little point at the young man to say, that's exactly what I want from you. Tied at 5.
Yeah, don't try to do too much.
Patel couldn't get a piece of it. Aquila Patel, the libero for Beavercreek. The lone female player in this tournament.
Rob Ebel and I have been doing this now. ESP Media's 12th year, and I think this is probably my 9th year doing this. First female we've had in boys volleyball, period, that I have seen, much less making it up here to the championship weekend.
She is diminutive in stature, just 5'3", but still a very quality player. Boy, talk about quality players. That is a strike and a half from Culpepper.
And he will go back and serve now. Will Josh Culpepper. Not only does he lead the team in kills, but he also throws up 47 aces. He does it at the front of the net. He'll do it at the back of the court as well.
A Globetrotter spin on the fingertip, and now, boy, I tell you, if he clears the net, I don't know that anybody on Hudson's going to be able to manage it, but Culpepper couldn't clear the net. Hudson leads 7-6, and now their best player, Elijah Bay, to try and bring one back on his own. Good job by Parson to keep that alive.
That's self-defense, I think.
I think so, too. The back set, cross court, and Parson probably should have let that one go on the far side.
That was aimed, I think, for the sideline out, and he had twice, though. He had to make split-second decisions and almost self-defense-like. And so Hudson trying to get back into this one with Bay serving.
8-6 in favor of Hudson. But an awkward set there from Brown. It's going to give Hudson a free ball here, and they'll go quick in the middle. It's blocked. Rookie tried to keep it alive, and Beavercreek gets away with one.
Howard Towers in the middle there, 6'3", 29 blocks during the course of the season for the Beavers. And able to be in the right spot at that point there. And
his reward is a trip out on the rotation as Nick Steigel comes in to serve. And one of the few times we've seen someone come from this left side to our right. Little tape, no harm done. Back set to the near side, that's blocked, but out.
Yeah, Luke Buell in there trying to angle that one to the sideline. Had the right read. His brother Noah, wonderful player for Beavercreek for a number of years, now on the coaching staff.
9-7 in favor of the Explorers, and Rookie on the rotation on serve for the second time. Brown, clever dump. Oh, that is so good.
That's a no-looker, baby. That's just not fair when something like that happens. And over on the other side, Jake Brown just got caught flat-footed. He's like, that's one that just kind of buckles the knees.
You just got, if you're Hudson, tip your cap, say, well played.
Well done, young man.
Now Brown goes back to serve, deep to Bay.
Oh, nice roll.
And Culpepper got his feet nailed to the floor there.
Ben Madar
couldn't get back to it, and these two teams continue to trade services. Hudson leads 10-8.
And we really haven't had much of a serve rally at all. Or any player kind of extending their serve rotation out, and there's another one.
Right back at you. Yerke gives one away. Austin Koliskowski, the junior outside hitter, now goes to the back line. Brown out wide, Zappone.
The touch of the net, yeah, he had to play that one.
Koliskowski a little indecisive there. Went up with just the one hand instead of two.
Well, got redirected at the net too, so I don't know if that just messed up his timing when he was back there or not, but he had to make a play on it regardless.
You get the sense, kind of a feeling out process between these two schools.
Yes.
They're not familiar with each other. They don't play very often. They didn't play at all this season, and now Culpepper can't handle the serve from Zappone. And it is 12-9 in favor of Hudson.
Beavercreek had a 3-set win last week against North Buff, but they were hard fought. I mean, they went deep into each set. So now Hudson pushing the tempo as well.
With the left hand on the far side, Skousen gets it done.
But momentum took him under the net as well, but he was able to avoid making any contact with the mesh. And
you can do that as long as you don't make contact.
Or interfere with a play or another player trying to make a play. So he able to take that one home.
The southpaw playing out on the right side, gets it back. Luke Buell on serve. Brown with the back set, and that's going to be a double. Double or a lift, take your pick. It'll be officially a lift, but they could have gotten Brown for a double as well. That went left-right on the hands. So Buell now allow to tie this opening set.
I think we've had more than 2 serves by any one player, have we not? Maybe 3 at the most.
Yeah, at the absolute most thus far. Culpepper, boy, what a pass. Cross court, and Culpepper was just waiting to drop the hammer.
He hit it to where there was no one at for Hudson, but I don't know if they would have been able to return it anyway. That was just a well-placed set, and all you got to do there is just take care of business. Culpepper does that hundreds and hundreds of times in practices. That's just like a practice set right there.
Buell on a little mini run here on serve. Brown, nice back set. It's blocked up front by Culpepper.
Josh Culpepper is one of those kind of athletes that he's learned as he's grown. Everything that he has done in his 4 years playing for Carroll Bisac, he's just taken and just grown into an amazing player.
Bay across, that's blocked. Still playable.
What a get.
But not in play by Yerke.
Well, Tyler Rookie, first off on one side for Hudson, just made a great play going lateral away from the court just to save that and then put it over his head back into the court to give Hudson a chance. That was almost a great save. But here's the run we were talking about. We had not seen one yet for a serve.
Brown near side, and that's blocked but won't stay within the lines. And Hudson takes the serve back, now finding themselves down by 1.
It was a 4-point run there for Luke Buell.
And yet, here we are.
It's still a 2-point game. Yeah.
Colin Brown. Little poke over the top, and it'll get the job done. Howard Towers, the sophomore, in the middle.
Quick little dump there by Beavercreek. It's still, though, fairly well defended by Hudson. And nearly, that's a play that it seems like 99 times out of 100 will work and just find the floor and almost untouched. That time Hudson did a good job covering, just couldn't quite get it back over.
Interesting windup on the serve there from Tim Parson. Bay. The pass there led him towards the post on that far side. That's almost an impossible angle to get that over.
We've seen a couple of different ones in the earlier matches here today from that type of an angle, but that ball had a little bit more on him, and we'll see. Hudson want to take a timeout from Larry Meehan.
Still good back and forth action, but Beavercreek on a bit of a run night right now. They've built the lead over Hudson up to 3 in this quarterfinal. Beavercreek 16, Hudson 13 in this quarterfinal matchup. It's quarterfinal number 3 of the day here in the Division I state tournament. Moeller and Elder already through. The winner of our match here does get Moeller in the state semifinals. Sunday, June 5th, 10 a.m. opening serve in that one. And, of course, the winner of that would advance to the championship on Sunday at approximately 4 o'clock p.m. Eastern time.
And you say approximately, like this was supposed to start at 1:30 approximately, and about 2:15 if you're watching it live.
We've had some competitive matches thus far. It's been good action here in the opening round. Culpepper blocked in the middle. Still playable. Culpepper with this one. Somehow avoided net contact. Somehow avoided net contact again.
Duroni's been a beast up there in this run.
What a dive from Koliskowski. Culpepper just safe with the third.
Great rally.
From the back. Dug out again by Koliskowski. Patel to the front. Hudson can regather. Brown to the back once again. Not the best pass that time to Sapone. Culpepper again safe. Longest rally we've had thus far outside of the opening point, but the pass that time too high for Elijah Bay, and that is saying something. He gets up as high as anyone in this tournament, and Duroni overshot him.
Great rally. Koliskowski saving a couple on one side. On the other side for Hudson, giving his team a chance. Duroni, but you hate to see a rally like that end on a play like that. That was one of the best rallies we've had of the day so far here in match number 3.
17-13 in favor of the Creek. Brown out to Bay, trying to push that to the back line. Koliskowski in perfect position. Near side Culpepper had to wait just a bit. Such a clever adjustment from Culpepper. The pass forced him to stop his run and just soft touch over the wall. Beavercreek starting to assert itself now with a 5-point lead.
Josh Culpepper, one of those multi-sports, also ran cross-country for the Beavs.
Bay blocked, and Rookie saved that, and I don't think he needed to, and it sets up one official points in, the official on the left side points long. Didn't miss by much, so that's a break there for Hudson as Rookie played a ball on that far sideline he shouldn't have. But Culpepper missed just long.
Culpepper doesn't miss many of those, and he had the whole sideline to aim for as well.
Jake Brown with the serve. To the back line, and that just gobbled up Zappone. He couldn't get out of the way.
Yeah, there was no matrix on that one, dodging out of the way on that one. That was, again, one of those plays where you have no choice but to try to make a play on it because it's right on you so quick.
Now here is Culpepper back on serve. Team's trading points, but that's to the advantage of Beavercreek.
See if we get the serve in this time. Missed first go-round.
50-50 and taken right back and kept drifting over to Kolaskowski, and he put it away. And really outside of that service run earlier from Luke Buell, it has been trading points back and forth, but that's the difference right now. And now timeout called by Hudson, the second and final timeout of the set for the Explorers. Larry Meehan looking to regroup as Beavercreek has built a 6-point lead. Hudson uses its final timeout of the opening set, trying to stall the momentum Beavercreek has built into a 6-point lead as we near the latter stages of this first set.
Yeah, Hudson had a 2-point lead at one point in this one, and then he had that nice service run by Buell for Beavercreek, and then the trading of the points, but Culpepper's one that can go on a run as well. Hudson wants to come out of this timeout strong.
Bay kept that one alive.
Nice up by Bay.
Zappone from the back. This will give Beavercreek a free opportunity to extend the lead. And Culpepper from the back. Got it.
A little tape going over, but they will run that play quite a bit with Culpepper. And
why not?
Yep.
He swings it as hard as anybody here in this tournament. 7-point Beavercreek lead. Oh, lucky for Hudson. That caught some tape to slow it down. Here is Bay on the near side. Beauty.
Going right at Kola Patel.
Can't blame Patel for letting that one go, but Bay just too good.
That was a well-placed shot by Elijah Bay, and
no doubt
they needed that at that point. Now this is still very doable at this point. Now if Hudson really hasn't gone on more than a 2-point run off their serve, this is where they need.
Brown near side. Kolaskowski just a hair long. That did not miss by much. And to your point, Greg, Hudson very much still in this set, but right now is the time you need Elijah Bay to live up to his All-State honoree and give you a run.
And he's got the serve that can do that.
Not even close that time.
So we jinx it on him.
It really hit down near the wrist.
That's one where on the throw up, you just got to let that one go and live to do it a second time because you get 2 opportunities on that one. Yeah, I think that was more on the toss than it was anything.
Culpepper was hanging back here on the right just to see if he could get away with a second straight serve run. This was all over that. Not going to happen. Steigel will have it. Long, good read by Zappone.
That one just kept floating and floating out, and Zappone thought about it for a moment and saw that thing was still well over his head. Knew where he was at on the floor, wisely let it go.
Tyler,
still within reach.
Yes, absolutely. Tyler Rookie.
He's their top serve rotation player.
Into the middle and a little decisiveness. Great job by Kolaskowski to keep that alive. It'll be set over, and that's going to be, I believe it.
Yeah, I think.
No, it's going to be a violation against Hudson.
I think
they got
Gromosiak was kind of hanging around right at the front of the net. He had a great block, though. And then you had the quick bounce of back and forth on the joust at the net that time. And again, you see points go that way.
Colin Brown now on serve. Beavercreek 2 points away from taking the opener. Brown, the back set, very much alive. Here is Zappone, blocked. Scramble mode for the Explorers, and Gromosiak won't get it over the tape. Beavercreek with 7 set points.
They will send Colin Brown back to try and close it out. Luke Buell at the net there, providing the block and really not allowing that ball to get over.
Set point number 1 for Beavercreek. Rookie through in the third. Wide open opportunity. The back set. Skousen couldn't get it done. Bay from the back, well long. And after a seesaw battle early in the set, Beavercreek takes over in the latter stages as they pull away and win set 1 of this quarterfinal. The Beavers 25, the Explorers 17, set 2 coming up. Let's take a look at our regional all-stars. Beavercreek slowly asserts itself as the first set goes along, pulls away for a 25-17 win. Set 2 about to get underway in this quarterfinal.
That match is deceivingly, that 8-point win is a little bit deceiving because it was a fairly close match most of the way through outside of really maybe 1.5 good service runs for Beavercreek. So Hudson can't let themselves think too much about what happened in the results-wise of that and just try to take some of the positives out of that. There's 17 points that were hard-earned, hard-won, in what is their first opportunity to play here in Columbus on the championship weekend.
Second set underway. Nick Steigel remains on serve. And the left hand, the pass just led Zappone into the net there, and a dangerous spot there as he and Colin Brown of Beavercreek sort of collided on the way down. Both are okay.
And both shook hands, knew another malicious there. Love to see the sportsmanship.
Absolutely. And so first point here in the second goes to the Beavers. And Bay fires it into the net.
So one of the signs here from one of the Hudson fans calling him eBay. Elijah Bay out there, put that one in the net, but boy, he's got some ups. Be a good name for a company, would it not?
He's definitely on the watch list, that's for sure. But watching that time, Beavercreek put one away, and it's 3-0 Beavers early on. Situation here, I think Larry Meehan across the way getting a little more animated, understanding right now his team cannot fall too far behind here at the beginning of the set.
Well, and just like we were talking about before, though, I mean, they should have taken the good and the positives out of that first set, and haven't shown that here so far in the first few points.
Brown across the way, not a good pass. Zappone still somehow saved it with the left. Here is Koliskowski. That's blocked, 50-50 ball. Koliskowski says no, it's not. Wow.
Again, that kid's only 5'11". See how high over the net he was?
The ability as well to reload on the jump and go right back up and put it away. It's 4-0 Beavercreek. And I got to tell you, I think if Steigel gets another one here, we might see an early Hudson timeout. Targets Zappone. Brown goes to the middle this time. He easily kept alive. 50-50. Scramble goes over. Brown to eBay from the back. Culpepper from the back, too long, and Pepper to that backside, and Bay, and really in self-preservation mode, gets out of the way.
Yeah, he had a pretty good swing from the back row there too. That ended up setting up Culpepper on the other side for Beavercreek, but finally ending that run. So that was, I think you're right though. I think Coach Meehan would have needed to take a timeout if that point would not have gone their way.
Good pass up front to Koliskowski. Not much there on the third. They'll just set it back to the back corner. I like that play. Get your defense reset. Not going to matter, though, as Gromosiak gets it back for Hudson. So now a slow start, a couple in a row for the Explorers. Tyler Rookie clears his mind before serving to bring his team within one.
A good top spin on that serve. That was tougher to handle than it looked.
Bay, what a scramble for Hudson. Into the middle and missing wide by Buell. It was not touched, and so it's 3 in a row to the Explorers.
And I guarantee you, Carol Bisek right now is telling Colin Brown, go right back at Bay. He was down on the ground, had to scramble to get back up, and sometimes getting your bearings takes a moment or two. If you go right back to where the ball just came from, you might have more success than trying to paint the corner.
Culpepper from the back, mistimed the jump just a hair and got it to drop, though, just in front of Jake Brown.
Yeah, that was definitely a mistimed jump, and he was just making something out of nothing and happened to find the opening there in the donut hole.
Colin Brown to serve for Beavercreek. Zappone beautifully teed up by Jake Brown. Spencer Yerke rotates in as Ben Madar heads out. Low flat serve. Brown with the back set to Koliskowski. Kept alive by Bay, but it's sailing over, and Beavercreek will regroup. Koliskowski through the hands of Jake Brown. Brown, another guy for Hudson, a smaller in stature he is, but listed at 5'9" and still got up as high as anybody can here in this action. Koliskowski goes up that far sideline. Not much doing for Hudson there. Brown to Culpepper. Bay somehow got that in play. To the far side, and the lefty, Skousen, delivers. Hudson's struggling a bit right now with the serve receive, and it's just throwing everything off. The lead for Beavercreek back to 3.
Koliskowski had 40 aces in a regular season.
On the slide, Gromosiak not there. Brown sets up Culpepper. Brown trying to get it over with the second, and so not there, and a little indecisiveness, and now it's a free ball for Hudson. Gromosiak blocked, scramble to the back, somehow kept alive by rookie. Colin Brown to Culpepper, just too good, but hit the antenna. That is a huge break to the Explorers, but great scrambling from the Explorers in that point.
I'm really impressed with the back row scrambles by Hudson. We had Elijah Bay back there before that, and that time was Tyler Rookie back there scrambling to dive and make a save to keep his team in the opportunity of that point, eventually get the point.
Culpepper left it short.
That's twice now he's elected not to take a swing on it, just kind of roll a shot over.
Kind of gator armed that one.
Yeah.
So back and forth we continue. It was really trading serves back and forth in the first set.
Yep.
Here in the second, we're going mini serve run for mini serve run. Brown with the back set. Koliskowski not going to be able to get much on this. Jake Brown will set it up. Zappone from the back. Koliskowski's done a fine job on the back line, and this will be a double.
You see the look at Colin Brown's face, too. He knew it as soon as he tapped the ball. When you see that ball coming out of their hands and it's got a spin to it and it's not just kind of a flat knuckler, or the ball just kind of almost looking like it's no rotation at all, it's an easy call for the officials there to make it double, and Colin Brown knew it.
Zappone. Well, a line drive with some heat on it.
Oh,
Well, that's a mistake there from
Yeah.
Tyler Rookie. Bay had it red all the way. I know Bay's not the ideal touch on that first one, but that's headed right at him. Rookie needs to let that one go.
that's where communication has to happen, and if it doesn't happen quick enough, both players are just reacting to that, but you have to know where each other are at on the floor as well. And you see the two of them talking now about it.
8-7 in favor of Beavercreek, and Luke Buell on serve. It was his service run midway through the first set, I should say, that really was the difference as that ball hits the antenna from Bay.
They missed it long regardless, but Luke Buell is a kid that's been playing for so very long. 7 years he's been playing boys men's volleyball, and had his brother Noah Buell, who was a player of the year in the West region years back, and a fine player in his own right.
Koliskowski from the back, easily kept up by Zappone. Here is Elijah Bay, blocked, playable. Zappone reloads to the back. Koliskowski's in perfect position. Here is Culpepper.
Great touch.
Kept alive. Brown out to Bay again, and this one finds an opening.
Boy, Gromosiak and Jake Brown in the front, able to kind of slow that shot down from Josh Culpepper. That gave their squad a chance to get that point back and to get the kill on the other side. Sometimes the net presence can set you up on the defensive side of things to get something going on the offense.
Little perspiration on the floor to our right, so we'll have a delay here before the serve from Kellen Gromosiak.
Tell you what, we were very lucky. The weather this weekend here in Central Ohio,
perfect
for June. You couldn't ask for more. Remember last year we were here and there were players cramping up. It was really hot outside. It was in the 90s, and this year though it could not be any nicer in here. And inside, much less outside. Again, a big thanks to the folks here at Pick Central. Pickerington Central, the second year hosting, and
done a great job here the 2 years here hosting this tournament. Brown backs it, Scouse in.
Oh, nice.
Good poke over. Brown, Culpepper had to wait on it. Jake Brown this side to Bay, and off the antenna once again. Pass floated just a hair, but still a ball that Elijah Bay would likely say he should have handled.
Yep, would agree.
10-8 in favor of Beavercreek. And now Tim Parson, senior defensive specialist. But before that, we have a timeout called by Hudson on the floor. Second set, Beavercreek leading 10-8, already ahead 1-0 in this quarterfinal. Larry Meehan takes a timeout. Try and settle his troops down just a bit. Only down 2.
Yeah, and that's kind of a unique timeout to take, but I think maybe he sensed something that was out there, and maybe a little miscommunication going on the floor between his players, maybe just settling things down to not let this get out of hand and keep it a relatively close match.
Off the chest of Koliskowski, one of the few times we've seen him struggle with that on the back line. So you get the one out of the timeout. The question always becomes in a situation like this, can you sustain it beyond that?
That's exactly right.
Now Jake Brown, the junior setter, to play it in. Colin Brown, his junior setter cohort, to the back line. Culpepper gets it.
Well, he dusted that white line out there on the floor, and he knew exactly where he wanted to put it on a dime.
And now he'll go back to serve. Back into a pattern of trading points here in the second. Still tight at 11-9 in favor of Beavercreek.
Such a unique player, though. They start him in the rotation in the back, so he'll rotate up to the front at the beginning with miscommunication that time on Hudson. But he's so good on the serve, so he'll go all the way around. He can play front and back for Carroll Bisack.
And on the
so strong
Hudson side, that's a ball Tyler Rookie has to take. Ben Madar's an outside hitter. He's waiting to get one set up for him, and Rookie let it go.
Again, it could be that communication that might be lacking.
Oh, good job by Rookie to just make that playable. Bay, nice touch.
I really like his style of play. He's aggressive, but he's got to get a court awareness. He can see what's out in front of him, and saw that some of the players from the back had gotten sucked closer to the net. Just went right over the top of the net.
Knows when to pull it back when he has to. It's not his natural disposition, but has really good feel for that part of the game. And now Towers into the tape.
Yeah.
It is right now 12-11 in favor of Beavercreek. Rookie outside Zappone. Good position on that far side by Parson. Bay in perfect position on his back line. Zappone deep, Patel. Perfect pass to Brown. Now to Koliskowski. Beauty. That is spectacular offense from Beavercreek.
You can't draw it up any better.
No, Patel, a perfect feed to Brown, over to Koliskowski. 1, 2, 3.
And I got to watch Aquila Patel play last week. She's going to come out. And I did not see that happen last week, as
like
she shares a spot with Luke Buell, but I don't know, maybe she got eaten up on that. She's getting looked at by the trainer for just a moment, but and maybe getting some moisture out there on the floor. I don't know if she slipped.
Oh. It's amazing the hang time on some of these student athletes.
Yeah.
Brown, near side, Koliskowski misses. Was that touch?
Nope.
No.
That hit the net, I think. It took that weird little diversion. You could see it wasn't a straight line shot from where it left the hand. And
well, you also figure the way Koliskowski's been hitting today, to miss that one that off, you have almost assuming someone touched it on the Hudson side, but they did not.
He hasn't missed much, that's for sure.
Quick into the middle, and Rookie couldn't get it as Buell puts it away, and Beavercreek maintains the lead.
And a nice set from Colin Brown, helping out his mates.
Rowing the boat over on the Beavercreek bench. Why not? Have some fun. Colin Brown to serve. Jake Brown up to Zappone, and Colin Brown unable to fill in behind the front blockers.
Well, I think Hudson needs to get Noah Zabone into the match just a little bit more. He's kind of been a little bit quiet. Elijah Bay, another one of the
Bay has been very quiet
in this second set. Yeah, he hasn't had quite that he did in the first set, and really Noah Zabone, I think they want to run some more offense through him. They haven't had a chance to really get him involved as much as they need to. But still, it's only a 1-point game.
Oh, not anymore as Luke Buell swings for the fences.
Well, Luke Buell only had 44 kills during the regular season, so they don't run a lot of offense through him. But when they do, you know it's a design play that's set to have success on that one play. They're not going to do a lot of it, but when they do, more times than not, it's going to work.
15-13, Beavercreek. And Austin Koliskowski will play it in. Low flat, third rookie handles it. Back to Brown. To Bay in the back. It's blocked up front by Buell. And now Beavercreek can set up. Here is Culpepper. Off the tape. Rookie got a piece of it, and it'll drop in favor of the Beavers.
Yeah, I think he should have let that one go, but I think the net kind of changed his perspective, and he wasn't sure, so he just had to commit and go for it. And that was probably one, if Tyler Rookie let that one go down, might have gone wide.
This was right about the point in the first set that Beavercreek really started to stretch the lead out. Hudson only has one timeout remaining here in this set as Zapone back by the 1 meter line, easily blocked by Luke Buell, who has started to assert himself on the Beaver side.
Well, this is the kind of play we saw from his brother Noah. Again, a timeout taken by Hudson. Noah Buell was a great player, as we mentioned, for Beavercreek in years past. Luke Buell asserting himself now.
Yeah, little brother doing the job that big brother's got to like seeing, and it has the Beavers up 4 midway through set 2. The Beavers of Beavercreek, West Region champion, leading North Region champion Hudson 17-13 here in the second set. Beavers trying to go up 2-0 in this quarterfinal. The winner advances to Sunday's semifinal to take on Moeller, who escaped in a 5-setter against Olentangy Liberty earlier today.
That was the second timeout, by the way, and that ends up being the coach's point right there for Larry Meehan, trying to disrupt the thought process of Beavercreek.
We saw a similar thing happen on the first timeout. Hudson getting a point immediately out of the timeout, but they could not sustain beyond.
Yep.
And that's the challenge now for junior Noah Zapone. A bit of a miss hit there from Zapone. Did not sound clean. Culpepper reloads. He got ready in his crouch to jump and then regather himself and was able to get it done.
There's been a couple of kind of indecisions or change of decisions when he gets to the net on some of those swings that time, and I think that kind of messed up Kellen Gramosiak at the net for Hudson, who was there to go one-on-one with him, but was already on his way down as the hit came his way.
50-50 ball. Culpepper wins it. Tough challenge there for Jake Brown going up against Josh Culpepper to try and win a shoving match over the tape. And it's a 5-point Beavers lead.
Luke Buell on the serve as well, down to try and stretch this out.
Zapone from the back. Koliskowski a little indecisive. He'll get the return feed.
He was almost over the line on that.
Bay on the far side, and Hudson needs him and needs Elijah Bay to do more of that in this second set.
Well, and I think that play ended up being because Koliskowski tried to back row set and had to roll it over. He had to kind of tightrope before going over that line from where you're allowed to jump in the back row, and he was trying to struggle to get back to make that play, and Hudson did give him the chance to get back in time.
Kellen Gramosiak on serve. This is Brown, cross to Culpepper. Nice block up front by Jacob Deroni. Bay blocked beautifully by Howard Towers.
Haven't mentioned his name a whole heck of a lot, but 29 blocks for Towers. Appropriate name for a guy playing on the front.
Standing 6'3" and potentially with some room to grow as he is just a sophomore.
Already honorable mention in the West region too, so that'll be a player to watch out for in the future, but he wants to make his presence known this weekend.
Tim Parson with the serve. Bay into the middle, kind of just shoved that one over. Beavercreek trying to say it was a push. Right at the feet of Patel. And so Hudson takes it back, but still finds themselves down 4 as we near the end of the set.
Hudson just not quite going away. Beavercreek certainly with the advantage, but
a misplay from Parson.
3 ball.
Brown near side, playable. Patel, nice ball up. Hudson again with an opportunity. Here is Bay out wide. May have jumped just a hair early, but got it anyway.
Now that again, talking about some of the hang time we talked about with some of these athletes this weekend. He did kind of mistime that jump just a little bit, but was able to hang on enough. 3-point match, or 3-point game. Set.
Rookie, nice back set to Bay. To the back line, it was tapped in the front. That's why Koliskowski had to play it. And Hudson just keeps chipping away. And they're back within 2 here in the set. Carol Bisick, a little demonstrative on that far side. And down referee David Barnes with a brief word there.
Probably saying 1 more point. I want a timeout here.
Here is Brown on serve. To Colin Brown this side. Culpepper took a little off. Beauty.
Well, and again, it's another time where he hasn't taken a full swing. That time, it certainly worked in his favor because he saw that big giant opening in the middle, went right after it and painted it home.
Hudson side, they can't help but not prepare for the big swing of Culpepper.
Right.
And now, speaking of big swings, here is one from Culpepper. Nice play from Zappone. Here is Bay to the back. Colin Brown to Koliskowski, not there. Jake Brown on the Hudson side. And Elijah Bay goes long. Hudson says it's deflected, and yes, it is. Mike Mers up on the stand says it was deflected. And so point to Hudson, and they're back within 2 at 21-19.
Right, and it was another one of those balls, again, where you can see the trajectory. It kind of changed just a little bit. Then you look to see, is the net moving? That means it had to have hit a hand somewhere going by. That it did. Oh.
Bay into the tape. Could not afford it at this juncture. We've seen very few of those here in this match from both sides. That's been impressive thus far to see how few service errors we've had, but that's a critical one from Elijah Bay.
Yeah, he was going for the big time, high risk, high reward serve.
Set in the middle, and Deroni, wearing the Chris Sabo style goggles, gets the serve back, and now he'll head out, and Kellen Gramosiak rotates back in. Beavercreek leads 22-20.
Hudson has not had a good long run on serve yet in this match. They need to put one together right now.
Tyler Rookie will be tasked with that.
He's tops in the rotation of their serves.
From the back, Culpepper, that is filth.
Yeah, what? Elijah Bay was the only one back there patrolling that back line, and he was anticipating to his left. It went well off to his right. No chance to get to that one.
Beavercreek now 2 points away from a 2-0 lead. .50-50 maybe. No, Brown sends it back. Colin Brown this side, and
good double, the net.
Double or net. Take your pick there.
Yeah, he brushed up to the back of the net. That pass took him into the back of the net. He called for it at the last second. One of the other players was going to try to get a hand on it. He called him off and couldn't stay off the twine. Time running out, though, for Hudson to make a long run.
Spencer Yerke needs a good service. Colin Brown on the back set. Koliskowski, playable. Bay from the back. Dig out, it's going over though, and Hudson can regather. Zappone blocked, sent back over, scrambling all over the place. Are both teams. Brown to Bay from the back, had to wait on it. This will give Beavercreek an opportunity. Koliskowski right down the pipe.
What a swing. Both teams were so far out of system there for a couple of volleys back and forth across the side of the net. That last chance gave Beavercreek to get back into system, and Koliskowski puts it down. They already took both their timeouts.
And he was looking, the down official was signaling timeout. Now it's late rotation in.
He's just doing anything to slow it down is what Meehan's doing.
Dylan Fritz will sub in for Spencer Yerke. It is set point for Beavercreek.
Yeah, he was asking if he had a timeout. He shook his head no.
Austin Koliskowski with the serve. This is Jake Brown out wide to Zappone, pushes it through. Koliskowski can't get there on the dive.
Sapone, good read of the floor that time. You don't always have to take, it's not always how hard you hit the ball, how hard you swing. That's where you put it.
And Yerke right back in for Fritz.
Yeah, that was nothing but a time delay. Now Carol Bisek having to get some moisture off the floor.
This is gamesmanship.
Well, it helps Hudson, though, at this point, though.
It does. I think a little perspiration. It's out of the lines of play. Of course, players can still run that way. But I don't think this is anything more than gamesmanship from Carol Bisek.
Well, because Larry Meehan did the same thing in the point before that.
Yes,
so,
absolutely.
And switching a player out late.
It will be set point number 2 here for Beavercreek.
And you saw Sean Tierney coaching for Elder in the last match.
Noah Zapone on serve. Set point number 2 for Beavercreek.
Larry Meehan was looking right over at Carol Bisek, by the way, on that. Kind of tipped his cap to her.
Culpepper tried to punch it with the left. It's not there. And Hudson has saved 2 set points. They'll look to do it here for a 3rd time. And push Beavercreek even further. Set point number 3. Brown with a bit of a hustle. Culpepper not there. Beautiful dig by Rookie. Here is Bay.
I heard a whistle.
I heard the whistle as well. It'll be a point to Hudson, and they have saved 3 set points, and now Beavercreek will take a timeout. The Explorers just will not quit, and all of a sudden we're tied at 24 in the 2nd set. Hudson has rallied from 3 set points to tie the set at 24.
It's been a fun day of volleyball here so far.
It has been. Very exciting action thus far. Quarterfinal round in Division 1. Koliskowski, that ball rolled up his arms just a bit. Steigel plays it safe. Bay blocked, and an unfortunate break there for Hudson. As it looked like it hit the tape on the block coming back over, and Rookie had already committed to the dive, and it got him.
Actually, what happened was it was blocked, and it hit Elijah Bay's head, and that forced Rookie to have to make a play on that one. The block came back really quick as Bay was trying to get out of the way. It just brushed his head and forced Rookie to have to make the play.
Set point number 4 for Beavercreek, but Buell short arms it badly.
That's the one you would not expect something like that to happen.
And Buell heads out. Aquila Patel back in on the back line. 25 all.
This would be big for Hudson. They were down as many as 5 at one point.
Koliskowski to the back corner, playable. This is Bay, not going to get much on this. Patel to Brown, the back set to Skousen, took a little off. Set point number 5 coming for Beavercreek.
Well, they haven't gone outside to Skousen a whole heck of a lot with, on the season, 31 kills, but that was a well-timed lefty swing from out on that right side. Just put it into that big wide opening in the middle.
Tim Parson trying to close it out. And Bay can't handle it. The low flat gobbles him up.
That was a knuckler right at him.
And it took Beavercreek 5 tries, but they eventually seal the deal here in set number 2, taking it 27-25. The Beavers now 1 set away from the semifinal. Adjustments to be made during this timeout, but while we have this timeout, let's check out the OHS BBA State All-Stars. Beavercreek trying to become the 2nd 2-seed to reach the semifinals, and in doing so, if they're able to win this matchup here, they would take on the other 2-seed, the Moeller Crusaders, in Sunday's first Division I semifinal. Creek leading 2-0 here, winning the 2nd set 27-25, alongside Greg Waddell and Jason Griefer with our entire ESPN Media crew from Pickering Central High School in the Columbus, Ohio area. Great to have you here with us. We've had some exciting action thus far. Moeller won a 5-set thriller over Olentangy Liberty earlier, and Elder took down a very game Dublin Jerome Celtic squad. It was straight sets, but really that final score not going to indicate how hard Dublin Jerome fought in that matchup. Just outgunned and outmanned by the number 1 team in the state, the Elder Panthers, and we'll see Elder in the semifinals tomorrow at around noontime.
They will play the winner of St. Ignatius Centerville. That match still to come. If you're tuning in to watch that one now, we're probably about 45 minutes behind schedule, so we're anticipating around 4 o'clock or so that match to get started.
Third set to begin here, and boy, what a perfect placement in the back by Luke Buell again. He has been the best player on the floor since really the late stages of the first set for either side, and he gets the scoring started here in the third for the Beavers. This is Colin Brown. Jake Brown, his setter counterpart, to Zappone. Nice play off the net by Buell, but unable to catch it cleanly on one.
I think that hit his arms and then his head. That counts as a double.
Reminds me of many times I've been told by my father growing up, use your head beside something to keep your ears apart. Not in the favor of Buell that time, though. I'm still trying to learn that lesson.
Yeah, it doesn't work well for me either.
No. The serve goes wide from Bay. Elijah Bay has just not been on his game today in the way Hudson needs him to be.
He had some really good plays in the first set. Kept it tight for a while before Beavercreek kind of pulled away, and then even though it was a closer second set, Elijah Bay had a couple plays, but need to get him back in track.
Zappone.
Oh, nice.
Another play where a guy mistimes his jump, but because he has the long digits, able to find an open spot. 2-2.
A couple breaks by both sides to start things off here as Zappone goes back to serve. Second team All-Ohio for Hudson's Explorers.
Awkward attempt there from Buell, and Gromosiak couldn't find it.
They both got to punch the ball, the more so.
Culpepper just did it with his left, but we still play. Both teams scrambling. Skousen gets it done. He has been living on that right side, the southpaw. 3-2 in favor of Beavercreek, and now Steigel heads out, and Howard Towers, who had a couple of nice plays midway through the second set, returns to the front line for Beavercreek. Buell on serve. Soft floater gets over this time. Not the best first play from rookie. It's going to throw everything off. Free ball here for the Beavers. Quick into the middle. Towers, nice dig from the back by Zappone.
Howard Towers again.
Blocked by Gromosiak, but out of play. Point to the Beavers.
Yeah, Towers had two cracks at it that time. One good return from the back row. Zappone was back there, got it up once, but second go round for Howard Towers, just a sophomore for Beavercreek.
He is going to be a vital piece going forward.
Yep.
Beavercreek is losing 10 seniors off this roster next year. 50-50 ball. Won by Culpepper. Seeing a lot of these 50-50 balls going the way of the Beavers throughout this match, and here in the third, it's afforded them a 3-point lead.
Noah Buell had a nice run in the second set on the serve rotation. They want to get out of this now. Hudson does.
Gromosiak on the slide, not there. Brown has to set back on that one. Koliskowski, rookie, keeps it alive. To Zappone. Colin Brown, perfect position. Culpepper with the set this time. A little reversal there between Brown and Culpepper. Gromosiak, got it.
Nice swing. I don't think they've really got a chance to dial him up on the swing. He's been doing a great job on the defensive side on the net and been big up there. And a couple times some 50-50 joust battles, but
oh boy, a bad miss hit from Gromosiak. Barely caught the underside of the tape. And he knew it and had a seat on the far sideline. And
he's just trying to hide out of the way on that one. He'd love to have that one over about 10 times.
And poor Gromosiak sits down, mouth closed, ears open.
As it should on a play like that.
Parson with a long one. Here is Brown with the set, and Bay had to wait on it just a bit. Makes it playable for Koliskowski.
And that was in the rafters.
Oh boy, I think Bay got away with a lift. Ooh. Doesn't matter, my goodness.
That might be the hardest hit ball we've had all day so far.
I'm with you.
Whoa. That was an absolute rocket off the arm of Josh Culpepper.
Always amazes me the fortitude of these young athletes to be able to be willing to stand on the back line and take those shots coming right at you.
Player of the year in the West region, Josh Culpepper, big time hit there.
Zappone misses long, not touched on the front by Beavercreek, and the lead grows to 5. Bit of a danger time now for the Explorers.
Yeah, I think we'll keep an eye on Larry Meehan. If they don't get out of this here, it's been a couple of 2- and 3-point runs on the serve for Beavercreek each of the last couple. And you get bailed out.
Parson sends a floater that just wouldn't come down. But every time something like this has happened, Hudson has not been able to respond with a serve run of their own.
Yeah, they have not really had more than a 3 or 4 point run serve.
There you go. Jake Brown with the ace. I see a sign across the way that says number 5, Goob. I'm assuming that's his sister across the way. That's a sister across the way. So,
I mean, his sister would be allowed to get away with saying something like that.
That's correct.
Tell him to dig to serve receive.
The back set here and spins backwards.
Wow, nice play.
Just has to send it through Patel. Good ball to Brown, quick into the middle, and there's Howard Towers again.
Oh, I think got one crack at it. The second time, not so good. Howard Towers taking control of that one.
Goob's serve run ends at 2.
Goob.
And Beavercreek takes it back with a 9-5 lead here in the third.
That's Jason Griefer saying that, by the way.
I'm reading the sign. I'm quoting. Folks can't see me on camera. I'm using air quotes.
You did.
Service error into the net from Culpepper. Richard Skinner in our headset. Thank you. Filling in the filling in the initials there. Greatest one and only brother.
That's what it's got to be.
That's totally what it is. Now from the GOOB to the real eBay on serve.
Oof.
And just missed by Towers on the back line. 9-7. Hudson continues to chip away at it, but similar to the second set, they're chipping away but still find themselves down a couple of points.
Can't quite get over the hump, though. That's why they need a good 5-6 point run.
Koliskowski misses. Was that touch? Yes, it was.
I thought so. It took that weird, and again, the net did not move, so you almost assume that it had to be some hands that kind of changed the trajectory of the shot. So Patel out, Buell in. And back to serve. Nick Steigel for the Beavs.
10-7 lead. Brown to the near side, and we'll get it done. Ben Madar, first time he's really been involved in the offense here today for the Explorers.
He's 6'2". They need to get some of that height up there. The height of Gromosiak coming back in at 6'4", checks back in on the front row. Here's where you need a long rotation. Again, holding close, but down 2-0. You need to start making a run.
Culpepper somehow stayed behind that 1 meter line for that attempt. Koliskowski over the top. Brown with the back set to Bay on the back line. Koliskowski somehow kept it alive with the left. He'll reload from the pass from Culpepper. Bay down on his backside. Zappone to the back. Koliskowski, beauty. One of the better rallies of the match thus far, but as has been the case through most of this match, it goes to the Beavs.
That one play that hit the net, that caught more net than it did tape and still found a way to roll over from the Hudson swing. And that really kind of messed the rotation up for the system of Beavercreek, but they were able to rally and get the point.
And Brown rushed his serve motion there, serves it wide.
Service errors just kill coaches, bend their knees, buckle their knees. Just when you think you got something going, you serve one wide.
11-9, Hudson trails. Spencer Yerke. Skousen, the southpaw playing on the left side on that exchange. Bay to the back, kept up by Culpepper. Culpepper returns the favor, and Bay says, I can do that too.
Skousen on the right. Nope.
Steigel over to Koliskowski. Punched up by Koliskowski. This side, set over, and a rookie there. Couldn't get it. Bay's third effort, not going to be enough. The little things making the difference.
All sports at one time or another, you'll see it's like a game of inches at times. And that was one of those that was just out of the reach from a good hard swing for Hudson. Just couldn't quite get it to where they needed it to be. Well, one-handed set there.
Nice play there from Jake Brown to set that backwards to make it playable. Here's Koliskowski from the back. Rookie, nice dive. Bay will load up. Koliskowski back there. And an indecision between Steigel and Colin Brown. That's a ball where Colin Brown is calling on Steigel to take it, and Steigel didn't hear it.
Well, you want the player that's facing the net more times than not to be able to set that play. And sometimes it'll get out of system, but Steigel might not be the setter in that particular play, but sometimes you've got the better view of the floor. And sometimes you just have to take that play.
12-10 lead is some perspiration again. Clean up on the right side. And Mike Murs up on the stand. We'll just say, let me keep a towel here, the way we can keep things moving.
Every time, too, it seems like it's been back when Zappone was ready to serve, too. So there's a little strategy involved with that. You were right last set, and not surprised it's this set as well.
Brown sets it up. Culpepper. Nice dig by Rookie. Bay out across. Steigel was there. Koliskowski going to Culpepper, and he just has to send it over gently. Quick into the middle. Gramosiak not there, but I think we've got a net violation on the Beavercreek side.
That was.
I think they got Buell.
Yeah, Luke Buell kind of turned to watch where that ball went, and as he did, his shoulder just brushed right through the net. And
now Zappone, a little bit of a run here, the chance to tie things midway through the third. And into the tape. As you said earlier in the set, Greg, that Hudson just cannot get over the hump.
Gets so close. They work so hard to get to that point. And Zappone, obviously one of the top players that Hudson relies on to make things happen, does more good things than bad.
Saw Elijah Bay do the exact same thing earlier in the set. Brown out to Bay, finds some space.
And again, that wasn't a full swing. That was more just a push to the open area on the floor. And well served that time. Elijah Bay keeping his head up, looking over the floor, knew where the set was going to be.
So back and forth we go here midway through the third. Patel steps in to take this. Brown near side to Culpepper and gets it done. Everybody was so log jammed over on the right side. That's a good read from Brown to go to the left and left Culpepper with a wide open run.
Not to mention he's the West Player of the Year and he's pretty guard.
Not a bad guy to try and hide out on the left side.
Yeah, he's got
first team All-State, no big deal.
Upwards of 300 kills now on the season, and this is the 27th match of the season for Beavercreek.
Koliskowski in the middle. Brown trying to push it over on the second, and not the right read there as he was caught in a pirouette move. And Beavercreek back up 3.
You got to pick your times when you want to do that dump play if you're the setter at the net, and that time you were exactly right. You had to kind of spin all the way around and try and find the ball. I think he lost sight of where he was at away from the net. Oh, great serve.
An ace from Parson. Just cleared the net, and it was almost like air letting out of the balloon as it crossed the net. Parson drops the hammer on the far side, and everyone on the Beavercreek bench hits the deck. And now, before the next serve, a timeout coming for Hudson, and the Explorers in trouble here in the third. Already down 2-0, and now trailing by 4 in this set. They have to win. Beavercreek 16 and Hudson 12 here in this third set.
This is a dangerous spot right now. If Beavercreek goes on a service run, might make it tough for Hudson to come back. They need a break right now.
Bay gets a good run. It's blocked, but a reload. It'll be to Zappone on the back, and now playable for the Beavs. Brown trying to go over his head again with the set. Not going to work this time. Zappone is blocked by Culpepper, but it's out.
I think Hudson got a break on that one because I think Elijah Bay tracked that ball down on the dump along the sideline. It may have been targeted for going out of bounds, but Hudson works through it. So that's a huge point for the Explorers to keep this match really within an opportunity of coming back.
Now they'll get a free ball to try and get within 2. Not going to happen, at least initially. Towers with the poke over. Brown reloads to Bay out wide, and Patel has it go off of her left elbow. And the Explorers are within 2.
So a good timeout from Larry Meehan to kind of refocus his group yet once again. Here's the long service run they'd love to have.
It'll keep going after that one as Parsons. I think he was caught by surprise that that ball found him.
That had a cut to it as well. That ball was angling towards the Beavercreek bench anyway, and he didn't get that platform down low enough to get underneath that serve.
This has proven to be a well-timed timeout for Meehan, but Jake Brown has his run come to an end on the error. But nevertheless, good timeout there, and it got Hudson some momentum back.
And once again, you need a break now to not let this slip away again. You trade 1 for 3, that'll get you back in. Richard Skinner's math tells me.
Culpepper, nice play off the side by Bay, and can't get it over. And then for the 3rd time in the match, Elijah Bay has put one into the antenna.
That set kind of took him outside. That was a tough angle for him. And
yes. Unable to get it there, though. Culpepper on serve. My goodness.
That was the matrix right there.
Yeah, Rookie just saved his head.
That's exactly what it does. He ducked completely down and back out of the way. I would love to see a super slow-mo of that.
Whoa. Elijah Bay now to serve.
I think we're getting our movies mixed up there, are we not?
Towers got away with one, just enough muscle to carry it over.
Yeah, hit Deroni's head, too.
Koliskowski has it blocked and scramble, not there. Point to Hudson.
I don't even think that ball got over anyway.
No, it didn't.
Here they are within 1.
But again, they've had multiple opportunities to tie here in the set and have not been able to get there. Koliskowski, nice dig from Rookie in perfect position. Here is Zappone. We are tied at 18. Now can Hudson get over the top and move into the lead? And if they do, I think we might see a Beavercreek timeout.
I think you're exactly right.
Culpepper from the back, so clever.
I don't know if that was a design play or if he just saw that there and kind of made the read on his own. But
I think it was literally a read on the fly.
Yep, what a smart play while he was skying high into the air, too, to do it.
Just glides through the air when he comes up from the back like that.
Again, Hudson's so close, not quite over the hump, but we get ourselves a 3rd set here. Off the block.
Madar gets it back.
Yep. Hudson not done yet. And back to the top of the serve rotation for Hudson as well with Tyler Rookie.
19-19 in a set Hudson has to win to keep its season alive. Culpepper from the back again, and Rookie can't handle this one. Made a play on it, just too much on it from Culpepper.
Well, Carol Bisek dials that play up and doesn't do it a lot, but when it does, it works more times than not. You might see him go back to this a couple more times now, though. Try to finish things off.
Jake Brown to Zappone in the middle and kept alive by Steigel. Brown's going to have to hustle, and Culpepper's safe with the 3rd. Beavercreek now can reload. Koliskowski just pushes it through the wall essentially there. And now a 2-point lead for Beavercreek.
That was the volleyball IQ that time of Austin Koliskowski. He saw the jumping block attempt of Gramosiak and just put it right off the side of his arm.
Long serve, never had a chance. There's a situation there again where Brown rushed his run up to that serve.
And hit the jet stream and just took off.
Yerke, the sophomore defensive specialist, trying to tie it once again here late in the 3rd. Low flat, Culpepper goes down to get it. Koliskowski had to wait on it. Here is Brown to the back line and Elijah Bay, and too hot for Colin Brown. We are tied at 21.
Well, the set error on one side by Beavercreek afforded the opportunity for Hudson. Carol Bisek will now take that timeout.
Hudson's season on the line. They're not going down without a fight here. Late in the third, Hudson will be on serve looking for the lead. Hudson 21, Beavercreek 21 in the third set. Hudson on serve, needing to win this set to extend the match and the season for the Explorers.
They have not had a lead in this set, but they have not been far off the mark, although trailed by 4 at one point.
As has been the story all match long, these two teams have been trading services back and forth. And now out of the timeout, Yerke fires it into the tape.
Carol Bisek gets a little fist bump on the sideline. That's what they call the coach's point. You put it into the net.
Koliskowski now for the Beavercreek side. Brown to Bay. Not going to get much on this. Here's a golden opportunity for Beavercreek. And when you have that guy swinging the right hand in that position, good things happen, and they do again. And now Beavercreek is 2 points away from the semifinals.
And timeout from Coach Meehan in Hudson. He knows exactly where they're at now, not only in this set, this match, their season.
Can't take it anymore from here. Beavercreek on serve, on the verge of closing it out. Austin Koliskowski on serve for Beavercreek, with his team 2 points away from a sweep of Hudson and a semifinal date with Moeller tomorrow morning. Brown has to step wide. Good pass back to Bay. It's blocked up front by Josh Culpepper. And now Beavercreek has 3 match points. Koliskowski to try and close it out. Gets the signal from the official, Mike Mers. Match point for Beavercreek. Oh, boy, awkward play all around, but the Explorers get it over. Culpepper cannot end it. Gromosiak saving the Hudson season.
Elijah Bay made the serve receive on that one, very awkwardly one-handed.
He had his hands together, and at the last second just stuck his left arm out.
Yeah, that was, and then it wasn't even a good pass. The next one was a one-arm set to get it to the front and just dump it over.
Now Zappone on serve for Hudson. Match point number 2 for Beavercreek.
I mean, I guess that's not the way they drew it up.
No. He'll get it over. Colin Brown out to Culpepper. Was that touched?
Yes.
Yes, it was, and that is it. The Beavercreek Beavers just a little better in every step here in this this quarterfinal matchup, I should say. They are through to the semifinals as they sweep Hudson 17, 25, and 22. Good performance here for Beavercreek. Hudson just could never string enough together to hang with Beavercreek.
Beavercreek was just a couple of steps ahead, it seemed like, every phase of this match, and now the Beavs on to the Final 4 of Division I, and they will get a rematch with Moeller. They split during the course of the regular season. They will play tomorrow morning at 10 o'clock against the Moeller Crusaders. Good season for Hudson in their first appearance here on the championship weekend. They had a great season. They will finish 23-4.
Really good season for Larry Meehan. A lot of returners coming back for Hudson, so it might not be the last time we see them in this state tournament. But Beavercreek, the better team today. They sweep Hudson, and they are into the semifinals. 3 of the semifinals are set. One more still to come a little bit later on today. But right now, Beavercreek defeats Hudson in straight sets, 17, 25, and 22 for our entire ESP Media crew. And Greg Waddell, I'm Jason Griefer. Thank you so much for joining us. Beavercreek is through to the